Hello everybody, today I'm at Feldman Chevrolet taking a look at this 2023 Chevy Silverado 1500 ZR2. This is probably the most off-road worthy truck for the Silverado model that Chevy has made. This is probably by far one of my favorite trucks to date. Starting off up front, we have the really aggressive ZR2 front bumper and grille. The front bumper is tapered a little bit to allow for greater approach angles. We got the full LED headlight and fog light kit. Beautiful updated LED headlamps. ZR2 exclusive running lights. Pass-through Chevy bow tie for increased airflow. Your ZR2 badge is going to be on the driver's side, and then under that, the Chevy badge, we have the front-facing camera. This guy has pretty much every safety feature imaginable as well. Up front we have the red powder-coated tow recovery hooks. Super aggressive looking sport hood with your 6.2 liter badge on there. Your ZR2 badge is going to be right here as well. Really nice matte black plastic fender flares. Coming down to the wheel and tire setup, it looks like we have a Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT, and that tire size looks like it's a, if I can find it really quick for you guys, a 275/70 R18 on a gloss black 18-inch Chevy wheel. This being the ZR2, it is going to see off-road more than the counterparts like the High Country or the LT trim. So we have a real thick, wide coat of this kind of rocker guard paint. It's a real thick coat of paint that protects against rock chips and then eventually corrosion. I hope it picks it up well on the camera, but I really like that Chevy does that with their trucks. Coming up top to the mirror, gloss black mirror cap, 360-degree camera system, blind spot monitoring, gloss black door handle with your passive entry button on the passenger and driver side. Massive DSSV shocks right here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because this guy does have the rear wheel liners installed. Beautiful glacier blue exterior color. This is by far my favorite color that Chevy offers on their trucks. LED tail lamps, color matched to the front bumper, gloss black rear bumper with your parking sensors integrated into the bottom portion. Massive cutouts for the tailgate step, which allows a full-size steel toe work boot to get in there. When you have the blind spot monitoring, your blind spot monitor is actually right in there. ZR2 badge is going to be on the passenger side. Silverado badge is going to be on the driver's side. Then we have your blacked out Chevy bow tie, backup camera right here, and then your LED puddle lamp, which makes hooking up a trailer in low light conditions a little bit easier. Trailer cameras as well as a 7-pin connector. We'll talk more about this multi-pro tailgate when we get to the bed. Over on the driver's side, we got your capless fuel fill port. Third brake light with your cargo camera and your rear view mirror camera. We'll talk about that later as well. This wing is actually designed to shoot air over the tailgate, so even if you don't have a tonneau cover, you won't have as much drag as if you didn't have this and a tonneau cover. So it does slightly improve fuel efficiency. Again, blind spot monitoring. Gosh, there's just so much awesome things about this truck. It's hard to get it in a 10 to 15 minute video, but best looking truck probably on the market right now. Best looking color. It's very similar to the Ram Hydro Blue, and then I think the Lightning Blue offered by Ford. This guy also does have a block heater right here, so you can plug it in cold weather like today. Gosh, this thing is so sweet. And the coolest part about this truck, in my opinion, is probably got to be the interior. It's got the ZR2 exclusive color scheme. So let's check it out and warm up just a bit. All right, starting off over here on the driver's side door, as you can see, very unique color scheme. It's got this really nice gray with yellow stitching accents. I absolutely love it. probably one of the coolest color schemes you can get in a truck right now. Bose Premium Audio Group. We have all the window controls. The front driver and passenger windows are automatic up and down. And then in front of that, we have all the mirror controls. Really nice kind of carbon fiber looking trim throughout with this diamond, almost looking stamped leather or soft plastic. It feels very nice. My fingers are really, really cold, so it does feel nice to the touch. Lock and unlock, 2-seat memory. Right over here, we have your electronic parking brake, push button transfer case, drive mode, which when you change your drive mode, it'll actually change the mode on the instrument cluster. And then under that, we have the trailer tow mode. Right over here, we have the rotary dial selector for the exterior lighting of the vehicle. Above that, we have the dimmer switch for the instrument cluster. We have your fog light button as well as your cargo lamp button. Heads up display. All your settings are going to be right here. I don't know how well it's going to come through on camera, but this guy has a heads up display. It is currently in the brightest mode possible. Tons of different things you can actually look at with the heads up display. Very cool. I'm going to keep it in the off-road mode because that is my personal favorite. Looking at the dashboard, again, really nice gray and yellow color scheme. I absolutely love it. Gloss black surround. Instrument cluster is 100% digital, very programmable. You can monitor a bunch of different things with this vehicle. There's so much customization, I can't talk about it all in a 10 or 15 minute video, but I love that the industry is moving towards a more digital instrument cluster. Coming back to the steering wheel, it is a very soft leather wrap steering wheel. No bolsters on this guy, but it is heated, which is awesome. Again, the heated steering wheel button's going to be right here. Right here is your gap adjustment. Over here we have all the cruise control buttons, paddle shifters as well, which is pretty sweet. Steering wheel mounted call buttons, and then the control pad for the center LCD display. Pretty sweet. Blacked out bow tie in the middle. Above the touchscreen display, we have a nice storage compartment. And then that brings us to the touchscreen display itself. I believe this is 15 inches. I think I read that it was 15 inches. Very responsive, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It's got a card system going right now, so you can have your navigation here and your audio there, or you can just go and do the whole 15 inches as the map. You have your pre-trip checklist for when you're trailering. You can control pretty much everything through here, which is awesome. Audio, you got your Play Store, you got your 360-degree camera views, tons of views down here you can toggle through. Under that, we have the physical button for the home screen, or the home button, I should say, and then the volume knob. Under the touchscreen itself, we have a bunch of buttons. So this button is your lane keep assist, parking sensors off, automatic start stop off, it is on by default. This button will release the tailgate, hazard light button, traction control button, and because this is a ZR2, it's based off the Z71 package, you're going to have your hill descent control. This is your rear locking diff. This is your front and rear locking diff. And then again, we had that almost carbon fiber looking trim underneath those buttons. Push button start, integrated trailer brake control, heated and ventilated seats with your dual zone climate control. I said it in all of my General Motors videos. I love that GM gives you the option to not only turn on your heated seat, but if you just want the heated seat back on, you can do that right there. And then your ventilated seat button's going to be right there, but we're not going to turn that on because it's freezing out. Storage tray right here. 2 cup holders. Another storage tray for pens or pencils. Very sleek, minimalist style shifter. Another storage tray. If you opt for a wireless phone charger, it's going to be right here. That brings us to this massive armrest that doubles as a storage compartment. Again, the color scheme in here is just absolutely beautiful. This looks awesome. Push this button right here, and that gives us access to a storage compartment. This is removable, and it is LED lit. You have your file folder organization hangers right here. You have a power plug, 120 volt, 400 watt max, I believe. And then over here we have a USB-C and USB outlet. Here's a closer look at the ZR2 seats. God, it's so awesome in here. The passenger gets a USB-C and USB outlet. There are 2 glove boxes in this vehicle. First glove box is going to be right here. Again, it has that soft leather and that diamond pattern on it. You open it by pushing the button underneath the air conditioning vent. Second glove box is going to be right here. This is your proprietary engine block heater cord. Very important in cold climates. Up top to the vanity, it's going to be LED lit for your passenger as well as your driver. Up top on the headliner, we have a universal 3-door garage remote. We have the power sliding rear window master control. And then to the left and right of that, we have the controls for the single pane sunroof. I really like that General Motors is rocking a single pane in their trucks. Dual panes look cool, but I feel like it doesn't make the truck as rigid, and you lose a lot of headroom in the back seats. So GM, good job for keeping the single pane for your trucks. I know with Ram, the heavy duties are still single pane, which is awesome. LED dome map light master controls, like I said. Your SOS and OnStar buttons are going to be right there as well. And then that brings us to the video camera rear view mirror. To access the camera, you're just going to flip up on it like you're driving at night with a lot of lights behind you. Flip it up. You have a couple of settings. So we have your brightness right here. You can dim it or make it brighter. So if you're driving at night. Then we have your zoom out or zoom in. And then we have your pan. You can either pan down or pan up. So it is pretty customizable. I like it a lot. And then when you're done, flick it back and it's a regular rear view mirror. So overall, as you can probably tell, I absolutely love this truck. Personally, I would take this trim, this interior over like a High Country. If Chevy had something to compete more with a Laramie Longhorn or a King Ranch, I probably would pick that. I don't really think the High Country fits that build though. The High Country to me competes more with the Limited and the Platinum for Ford, and then the Limited for the Ram. But this interior is amazing. The color scheme is amazing. The gloss black is perfect. All of this is slightly angled towards the driver, giving you more of a cockpit feel. Everything laid out is perfect. All the knobs that need to be big are big. Volume knob is small. Perfect interior design. You also have pockets right here on both driver and passenger sides. And this truck just is absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the back seats and see how much legroom we have. So before I get in, I do want to point out we have under seat storage here, and we have almost a load flat floor. These seats do fold up. To pull them down, you just simply give them a pull. It does have the in-seat storage on both driver and passenger side. Decent amount of storage back here, but I have a pretty big hand, and I can fit almost my whole hand into the middle of this middle seat right here. So a lot of storage. There are no running boards on this, but getting in is actually pretty easy with this grab handle right here. Now with the seat situated where it would be if I was driving, I'd say I have a solid 10 inches to 12 inches of legroom before my knees hit the front seat. You have storage in the form of pouches behind both driver and passenger seats. 2 cup holders right here. Heated captain's chairs. Underneath that you have a USB and USB Type-C outlet. This center seat does have a fold down armrest / cup holder, which is very nice. Your LED dome map light is going to be in the middle right here on the headliner. And even though there is a single pane sunroof up front, I still had a decent amount of headroom. But back here for the rear passengers, they give you a solid 3 to 4 inches of increased headroom clearance. You have your integrated hanger hook right there, as well as right here. And I can definitely see myself going on a long car ride and being comfortable in this truck. Tons of legroom. Leather seats are very comfortable. Headroom is amazing. And just overall, the interior of this truck is absolutely amazing. Let's take a quick look at the bed. So there's going to be a couple ways to actually lower the tailgate on this vehicle. The first way is with the key fob. Second way is with the button underneath the touchscreen display. And the third way is a traditional way. You're going to come up and you're going to push the button. Now, because this is the multi-pro tailgate, there's actually a couple ways to open the tailgate itself. The first way is the small tailgate, which is the top button. You're going to push it, it's going to unlock, and then it's going to come down. So if you have larger items that won't fit in this bed that need to hang out a little bit, You can do that with this. Also, if you want to keep those larger items in, but make it almost like an 8-foot bed, fold up on this to keep the cargo inside. You also have a tie down here as well as on the other side. To put this back up, you just simply push that down and then push up on this part. You want to open this like a regular tailgate, push the bottom button, it will automatically come down for you. This guy does have a spray and bed liner. I'll get into that a little bit later. Put it back up, you just simply push it back up. It does weigh a little bit more than a standard tailgate, but it's still easy enough to do with one hand. Now, you want to use it as a tailgate step, and you don't want to use the in-bumper steps. You push both buttons at the same time. They'll automatically come down for you. Then you use this as a step. Here is your handle. Step up on it. And I'm about 225 pounds. I can confidently jump up and down on this and not worry about it breaking. To put it away, you simply pull on this lever right here, fold it down, fold this up. You do have an option to get a bed speaker, so all your controls will be here and then your speaker grills will be right in there. Very easy to do one-handed, just like that. And then going back to the bed, like I said, it does have a spray and bed liner, 120 volt, 400 watt power outlet on the passenger side, LED bed lighting, 3 tie-down points in each of the 4 corners for a class-leading 12 tie-down points. And if you look closely too, they pushed the bed sides out as far as possible for, again, class-leading cargo space. ZR2 is stamped into the front of the tailgate. And like I said previously, putting the tailgate up is very easy. Let's take a quick look at the towing and payload sticker for this vehicle. So here's the towing and payload sticker for this vehicle. Keep in mind, this vehicle is more optimized for off-road conditions, so its towing and payload is going to suffer just a little bit. If you wanted the max towing and payload from a Silverado, you're probably going to want to get something like the single cab long bed with probably the 5.3 liter. But yeah, here's the towing and payload. Let's take a quick look at the window sticker. So here's a window sticker for this vehicle. Again, it's a 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab ZR2. Glacier blue metallic exterior color. It's got a 6.2 liter Ecotec V8 and a 10-speed automatic transmission. Standard equipment's going to be right here in this rectangle for a standard vehicle price of $71,500. Optional equipment is going to start underneath the base MSRP and transfer over into this rectangle. Most notably, we have the technology package for $1970, power sunroof for $995, multi-flex tailgate or multi-pro tailgate for $445. The Glacier Blue Metallic is a $395 option. The engine block heater is a $100 option, and it looks like it's not equipped with the steering column lock, so you get a $50 discount for a total vehicle price of $77,250. Fuel economy rating is going to be right here. This vehicle is rated at 14 miles per gallon city, 17 miles per gallon highway for a combined fuel economy rating of 15 miles per gallon. I want to give Feldman Chevrolet a huge thank you and shout out for allowing me to come to their lot and do a video walkthrough of this vehicle. If you're interested in this vehicle specifically or any of the 2023 Chevy lineup, I will be posting all the contact info in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like and share. And if you want to keep up to date on more vehicle walkthroughs, definitely consider subscribing to the channel and be sure to check out all the affiliate links in the description below. Like always, thanks for watching and have a great day.